that the formation of this company has created the single largest provider of business and technology services for the service operations world. There's nobody else out there that does what we do.
That's great. Unique is important too these days. There's a lot of noise, and being under it is more powerful.
That's our moat. That's our moat.
Unquestionably the biggest now.
Super. Yeah, it's a good sized team, and 30.
Yeah.
I would add the best to that too, Jeff.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. So welcome back to Communicast, the show talking about the great things that good people are doing. And Steve, I have to say that you're the first repeat person. I've been doing this since the pandemic started. And to set the stage for anybody that's watching that's not terribly involved in the high-tech end of it, I grabbed just a couple of thoughts that came out of the reading of what you're doing and what this potential merger could mean. So I'm going to let the two of you take us through because a lot of it's around Salesforce, a lot of it's around advising customers and supporting your employees, supporting customers, supporting clients. And in a nutshell, what you're doing is you're leveraging technology and transforming service operations. Yes. And I thought that was really to encapsulate what this is all about. So just tell us what it is that you've done in this merger and why.
Well, what I'll do is I'm gonna segue you over to my new business partner, Jeff, who's going to tell you about that. But the last time you spoke to me, it was as the CEO and the founder of Forcivity, and I'm speaking to you now with my new business partner, Jeff, who has now assumed the role of CEO Forcivity, which I'm very excited about. And this is as much him as it is me with this merger, and we share a lot of the same values, and we've run our business in a very similar way. But Jeff, I'll definitely let you speak to the vision of the company, because it's something that you and I both share in quite a bit.
Absolutely, Keith. So thanks, Steve. This merger really came about by having two companies that were very successful in their own right, come together to, as you said, help companies digitally transform their service operation. You talked a little bit about kind of Forcivity, as we call it, 1.0 history. To give you a little bit of kind of the facts and figures on Jolt, which is the other half of this new organization. For each of the last 5 consecutive years, we've doubled in size in terms of our revenue. We were recognized by Salesforce as being in the top 2% of their worldwide partners within the service operation that we operate. And so really what this merger is about is bringing the respective successes of our combined organizations to better serve our customers. We have a very, very complementary team and skill set, but we also have a very complementary set of offerings that allow our customers to, with basically one stop now, have a much more holistic view of tackling this thing called service operations. And so by bringing the strengths of Forcivity and the strengths of Jolt and combining them into this new organization that we call Forcivity internally 2.0, we're able to better serve our customers. We're able to allow them to, with one organization, transform the way they deliver service to their customer, to improve their customer engagement. But I think also just as important is it provides our employees and our internal staff an opportunity to grow in ways that they had not previously had the opportunity. You now have an organization of 30 people. We each had unique needs, and we've already seen some people take advantage of those opportunities. And so I'm just as excited about what this means for our employees as it is for our customers.
Yeah, and as well you guys should be. When Steve and I first talked, we were all forced into remote. Some of us had been doing it for a period of time. Many businesses have always had some remote workers, but the whole world went to work from home and remote. Now, 7-8 months later, here we are choosing to remain a distributed workforce and choosing how that economy can keep going. So when you look at the value, right? It's employees, it's customers, it's partners. And when you net it out, really, right, it's about the customer engagement and how businesses can make a huge difference by automating, by getting much more sophisticated, using the technologies we talked about. And that requires service operations every step of the way.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, and the ironic thing, Keith, is that we have to practice what we preach, because, you know, at the end of the day, we have to engage our own customers. And with the pandemic, we had to really reinvent how we did things. So we definitely have to eat our own dog food and do it in such a way that we stay engaged with our customers, still be able to deliver, tremendous service to them and keep them coming back for more. I can tell you that when Jeff and I went through the planning process for this merger, the one topic that never came up was our ability to execute remotely, because our teams have mastered it. And it was not even, I don't even think it was a glint in our eye that it was something that we had to think about.
And something all three of us very much aware of is that, the people who have adapted quickly and adopted to these changes have had tremendous business growth opportunity right now in every sector. It doesn't matter where you are. And you specialize in nonprofits. I've done some interviews with people in the nonprofit industries. You've got manufacturing covered. So when you look at your own strength areas, and now to have, a combined workforce of 24?
It's actually 30.
Or 30. So, but again, that kind of coverage, it's no longer just a small scale anything. When you've got global customers and the ability to reach round the clock, around the world, you can do anything. You can be a TV station. It's an amazing time that you can create anything you want. And it's not speed to market, it's quality of what you deliver.
100%, 100%. We have a phrase, we can do it right, or we can do it right now. And we always,
I like that.
Let's do it right. But Jeff talked about our shared values, and I remember this conversation distinctly when he and I first started talking. And we, of course, we evaluated this merger from a lot of different perspectives. One of which, of course, was financial. It's like, okay, does this make sense to do that? And it was very easy for us to work through that part of this. And I remember distinctly, Jeff asked me, he says, all right, well, what do we have to look out for here? What would actually cause this to not work? And we both had a very long conversation at that point about team chemistry and bringing these two teams together.
Yeah.
And, that for me, at least individually, has been the most rewarding part of this, is to see our two teams mesh the way that they've meshed.
Well, if Jeff's anything like you, I think it's going to work really, really well, because I know your pedigree and just the sensibilities that are out there. And that's just more good news for the businesses that you guys support.
Jeff and I are uncannily similar.
Yeah, it's a little eerie at times, actually.
That's good.
In a good way. In a good way.
Hey, listen, there's nothing better than creating a collaboration and then a partnership with somebody that instinctively you're not worrying, is there a difference?
Right.
The funny thing, Keith, is Jeff and I actually took a Myers-Briggs as part of this exercise, and we are total opposites with that.
Of course, you should be.
We are. And actually, we shared the results through email, and one of us replied back, and I said, I'm glad to see that we're not the same. But we are the same in the things that matter, as us as people and individuals and leaders. And that, I think that the success of both of our companies, I think, speaks to that, is that
absolutely
we both believe in the same things. We do things the same way, with honesty and integrity and hard work.
What do you think, just from a final couple of messages out there in terms of the excitement? What do you see going forward? What do you bring to your existing customers, and why should somebody be coming to you guys now in your organization?
Steve, you want to tackle that one?
Yeah. So what's been really great to see is, we've already had some joint sales opportunities as a unified company. We've delivered projects together as a unified company, and it's been great to see the collaboration across the Forcivity 1.0 team and the Jolt teams, because now we have new folks and new experiences and new perspectives on how to do things. And hey, has anybody done this before? So just internally, the team has got this knowledge base now that they can tap into to help make them successful in whatever it is that they're doing. Jeff and I were having a similar conversation with another media outlet earlier today, and he brought up the fact that we're creating jobs as part of this, and we're already trying to fill a couple positions. The demand for what we do is through the roof. So we obviously, there's a really positive economic impact with what we're doing as well.
Right, and this is where the future is going. I mean, Communicast came about for exactly what you just said. It's to let people know that despite the changes, nobody likes change. Everybody likes their comfort zone. Mm-hmm. But technology's been around a long time, and the people who adapt it, understand it, deploy it, And I think the biggest single thing as a message I would leave to anyone involved in this or watching it is nobody can do it alone anymore. We're well beyond the days where an individual, you can be an individual of one and create your own business from home, but you want a team behind you supporting all of the different areas that make the e-commerce part, the customer feedback and contact points work. So congratulations, continued success, and very much appreciate you being here with us today. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much, Keith. I appreciate it.